Welcome back, everyone. At this point, I think we've all heard about LeBron signing a 2-year, $97 million contract extension. And I don't think really anyone saw it coming either, or at least not this early anyways. It was widely believed that LeBron would enter the 2022-23 NBA season without being under contract beyond this year, and that he would not sign anything until the Lakers made further improvements. Whether that would be through a trade, and specifically one involving Westbrook, a big-time free agent signing, or anything that would make them significantly better, many believed he would wait for something like that to happen. And well, I guess we were all wrong, as LeBron shocked everyone by agreeing to a new deal even before training camp. What does that really mean though? There is always more to a new contract than meets the eye, and especially when we are talking about one involving LeBron. I mean, there were real questions about him even playing for them this season back in April, but now with a shiny new contract, it appears that he has recommitted to their future. Now, a large part of that likely has to do with his family and being able to keep them in LA, but the other part has to do with his belief and trust in the Lakers moving forward, which was definitely in question for a little while there. They clearly were not seeing eye to eye back in February, as shown by LeBron making comments about a potential return to Cleveland, trading draft picks, and his overall future in the NBA. And I think it's fair to say that we've come a long way since then, as there is no way LeBron would have signed that contract back in February, or even a month or two ago for that fact. And per usual, LeBron probably knows something that we don't, or at least he feels like he does anyways. I mean, who knows, maybe that involves a trade, maybe he's more confident in their current team than many of us are, or maybe he simply did not want to leave LA, and I really don't think you would be wrong by believing any of those. I don't believe he chose to remain a Laker for one reason alone. In my opinion, it had to do with a number of reasons, with many of them involving a clear direction for their short-term future. After all, that is what LeBron wants at this point. He is not worried about their 3 to 5 year plan or anything beyond that either. He wants to win right now. And if he did not believe their front office could make that happen, then there is no way he would have signed that contract. In addition to that, he wants to play a part in building their team as well. I know that some people try to claim otherwise, but he clearly has a hand in almost everything they do. If you need any proof of that at all, take a look at how many guys in their team are signed by Clutch Sports, which, if you did not know, was founded and is currently being run by LeBron's best friend, Rich Paul. Along with LeBron, you got Anthony Davis, Talen Horton-Tucker, Kendrick Nunn, Lonnie Walker, Troy Brown Jr., Juan Toscano-Anderson, and now Scottie Pippen Jr. too. That is over half of their entire team. And I think it's fair to say that players signed with Clutch are given preference when joining the Lakers. I'm not saying any of that is a problem either. Even now at 37, LeBron remains one of the best players in the entire world and has more connections around the league than a majority of most agents, or even general managers too. He should absolutely be involved in pretty much everything they do, whether that is when making a change within their roster, trading a player, signing a free agent, or whatever it might be. They need to be on the same page when making a move, and I believe they once again are, which is very important leading into training camp. One of the most important aspects of training camp is overcoming distractions, and if LeBron would have not been under contract by then, that would have been a huge one. They already have to deal with the possibility of Westbrook being around, along with overcoming the media distraction that will come with that, and that alone will be tough. If they then were to throw in an uncertain future with LeBron to that might be too much to overcome, and that's even without mentioning the constant trade rumors that will undoubtedly be going on. With all of that being said though, it does appear that LeBron feels confident about their situation, and that either means that him and Westbrook are on good terms, or that he knows there's a good chance of Westbrook being traded. And given their lack of communication, or them being around each other in general throughout the past 4 months, I would have to go with the latter here. Does that mean a trade for Kyrie Irving? No. I don't believe we can say that for sure, but it likely does mean a trade will happen eventually. Moving on from the hypotheticals though, there are some problems we need to talk about here as well, as the amount of money LeBron signed for will directly impact their future. And let me begin by saying there is no question about him being worth that much. On the flip side though, it will make it difficult for them to improve their team moving forward. With LeBron having signed that contract, their projected payroll goes to about $103 million, and while that may seem fine given the projected salary cap, that is only if they would let every free agent they will have walk for nothing. And that list will include Austin Reeves, Kendrick Nunn, Cole Swider, Thomas Bryant, and many more, all of which would have to be let go for them to gain that cap room. If they even were to bring back one or two of them, their projected cap room would drop to about $20 million, and that is not nearly enough to sign a max level player. Again, not to say that LeBron isn't worth that much, but many fans were hoping for him to take a pay cut. If he were to have even taken a $10 million pay cut, they could have gotten much closer to signing a guy like Kyrie Irving, who very well could become available. Even beyond Kyrie Irving though, there is a lot more you can do with $30 million compared to $15 to $20 million in free agency, and that can make the difference between a good and a championship level team. With him now being 37 and soon to be 38, LeBron cannot carry the entire load anymore. And with that in mind, he needs to have a better supporting cast around him. The only problem is, it's nearly impossible to do that with him taking up nearly a third of their salary cap, and that could become an issue for them sooner rather than later. I know many fans like to mention the Golden State Warriors payroll and how they are able to go beyond the salary cap, but in reality, they are only able to do that because they kept their young talent and gained their bird rights along the way. I mean, I would agree that they kind of found a flaw within the system, but hey, if a team can develop that much young talent, then they deserve the option of being able to pay to keep them too. Unfortunately for the Lakers though, they own the bird rights of very few of their current players, and only two of which they actually drafted. Bending the rules will not be an option for them next year, and with another max contract now being on their payroll, it could be difficult for them to improve their team. Regardless though, LeBron signing a contract extension with them is without a doubt a good thing, and their short-term future is better today than it was yesterday. What do you guys think though? What are your thoughts on LeBron recommitting to their future? And what do you think it means for their team moving forward? Let me know your thoughts by commenting down below and we can talk about it there. That will do it for this video though. Big thank you to those of you who took the time to watch until the end of this video, and until the end of all of my videos in general. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and turn on notifications to get notified right away when I drop a new video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.